Let me tell you something. The most unhappiest person in the world is the person that try to make everybody happy. The most unhappiest person in the world is the person that care what everybody else think. Stop right here trying to impress people that's depressing you. Stop right here trying to make people happy that ain't bringing no happiness to you. You a taker. Understand what I'm saying? The most unhappiest person is the person that care what everybody else think about them. Them the people that wind up being nothing in life because you scared what people gonna think about you. Let me tell you something. Fuck them people, man. Them people ain't gonna pay your bills. Them people ain't gonna take care of you if you're sick. Them people ain't coming to see you when you're on your deathbed.
Anti-Afro Svengalis. Listen, are you going to say to me that Nino Brown doesn't know what he's talking about? I can relate 100% to what he says because I pretty much adopt the same philosophy in life. If a person or people give a hoot about you, you are going to know it. You should never be groveling and begging after anyone and never try to impress everyone. It is impossible. People will take advantage of you if you seek to please everybody. Just the same, they will ridicule you when they recognize that you have standards that you're not going to compromise on. People are always after the self-serving angle. But the comfort in life is knowing most people are not like that. That's my experience. So when I know most people are not like that, why in the hell would I be subjecting myself to people who are like that? Why in the hell would I try to appease those who are like that? Why would I try to change what I'm doing? Because someone who doesn't give a damn about me is upset. I don't give a shit. How about that? I'm going to come back to the sentiment in a moment, but before I do, I want to talk about Albert again. Albert Lanier, the journalist. Let's just cut through everything. And I'm going to tell you why some people continue to have their problem with Albert Lanier. It's not Albert's problem, it's their problem. Here it is. Those who are having these conniption fits whenever they see Albert leaving comments or being interviewed somewhere or in a live stream, and my God, do not, oh please, let him go over to the Smokes channel. They're terrified of the Smokes channel because the Smoke has all those videos and those audios and those receipts. He has all the receipts, and by golly, we mustn't have any of that. So we don't want Albert over there either. They are struggling with the concept of leveling up. And in instances where a person isn't struggling with leveling up, they are associated with people who are struggling with the concept of leveling up. So what do? They have to dumb down to pretend that they actually are in the same situation as these people who lack the ability and the wherewithal to level up. Why don't you go and read up on whatever it is that you're struggling with Albert on? If you want to debate him, why don't you suggest that you read up on some topics and come and meet back up together? People don't want to do that. If they cannot top a person by their usual tactics of lying on people, making up all these stories that never occurred, verbally abusing people, trying to deprive people of their constitutional rights. Yes, I said it. Trying to deprive people of their constitutional rights by threatening people because you don't agree with what they say. Albert hasn't issued any threats towards anybody or made up any lies. He hasn't verbally abused anyone. There's one thing that he absolutely has never done, which is trash people on this channel just because other people are doing the same thing. They wanted him so bad to talk shit about me, anti-Afro Svengalis, and they just can't understand why he won't do that. Well, listen, do you have to be a declared supporter of someone in order to treat the person with decency? The answer is no. He doesn't have to declare anything to anybody. He's moving about in these YouTube streets, and you all are jealous because of it. And you're saying, why is she defending him? I'm going to defend any person who's being set upon for no reason and they're associated with this channel. I am going to say something about it. You don't have any right to do what you're doing, people. And if he had any sense, he would sue the people who came up with this rumor that he was in a skilled facility. I cannot tell Albert what to do, but I would put an end to this crap. You people, you absolutely have nothing better to do but sit around after you have been blocked from how many pages? After you've jumped from how many ships that were sinking? From this ship to that ship, from this ship to that ship. You need something to do. Instead of trying to denigrate people who have done nothing to you, try to improve yourselves by leveling up. He is not going to come down to your level. And that is what you don't like about this channel. See, people, they hate the fact that we are not in the sewer with them. And when we happen to walk by the sewer, here come their hands reaching up to grab and pull us down. And we just jump away because we are not going there. So what do? They come up with all of these lies and try to concoct a scenario that people are beating them up and making fun of them, bullying them. We have all the screenshots going back months. What is it, 7 months of these people, these very people complaining about Albert, making up lies and denigrating other people as well. It's not just Albert and it's not just me. That's why we're not going to waste our time on you crybabies because you got blocked from this channel and every other channel in these YouTube streets. So you're just clamoring together where? On the same slimy rock until you get booted from wherever you are. Well, that's your issue to deal with. It's not going to be our issue to deal with over here. Whoever visits this channel is treated with respect as long as they do not try to attack people who are commenting or the host. And those that have are exited stage left. Something only mature adults seem to understand. If anyone goes about placing someone else's name in their titles, makes them the discussion of a live stream, yes, that person can at any time decide to make a comment or not. And there will be nothing that anyone can do as long as the comment meets YouTube guidelines. So if you don't want other people talking about you, grow up and stop talking about other people. Whether or not people decide to respond is completely up to them. It will not be dictated by someone who supports their enemies. This is YouTube. We record videos. The people who host channels decide what content they're going to post on their channels. So there is no point of influence. If you want to talk about any person and call people names, it's up to that individual whether or not they are going to respond. The title of the video, you see it. I will never shut up. I won't shut up. You cannot make me shut up about the facts. The facts that people would love to forget. The facts that people want to act like it never occurred. You can pretend all day long. I will not be pretending. Look on the screen as you see here. Binary Castaway and MaxV were two of the most recent individuals with live streams or louse streams that attack me, anti-Afro Spengalis. And what do you know, people? There has been a major change that you all made sure I was aware of. That MaxV, I don't know where MaxV is, and I don't care where MaxV's channel is. Binary Castaway had a major overhaul on his channel, so go for it. You can do whatever you want to the channel. We all know the reasons behind that. They want to ignore the fact that he engaged in behavior that he's going to have to answer to. I don't need to get into the details, but what I will make sure people never lose sight of the fact they attacked me, anti Afro Svengalis, with no justification, no reasoning, nothing. And the attacks were very interesting. They were vicious, they were actionable. You have MaxV, and I'm not going to shut up about it. Getting on the national airwaves, first saying I don't essentially have civil rights, that I shouldn't be calling the police. And it wasn't just me, it was Rev G as well, and other people who were threatened. We should not be calling the police. And it's just YouTube. Somebody getting on the international airwaves and putting that message out very specifically towards the people who were threatened is a very serious concern. Then the person follows it up to say anti-Afro Svengalis or anti-fraud warriors, that is my criminal organization. Oh, hell no. You do not get to come up here and call me a criminal, MaxV. I'm repeating what I stated because people want to act like it didn't happen. You're not going to get away with that. It happened. Taking it further, he proceeds to try to blame me for a strike, if the freaking strike even occurred. He never proved that it did occur, but there's one thing I can prove. I never put a strike on MaxV's channel, and I'm prepared to go to court to prove that because he is trying his hardest to deny me my civil rights. This is civil rights intimidation. And I don't care how much people cry and whine. I'm going to keep throwing it in your face. If you don't want to hear it, guess what you can do? Don't bring your funky asses over here. If you have me on your subscription list, I don't know why the hell you would. Take me off. That way you won't see any of the videos. One thing you can be sure of, no one is going to be threatening people over here. You're not going to be deprived of any of your rights or anything like that. Like MaxV and Castaway try to do to me. Tune out. You do not need to listen to anything or see anything that goes on over here. The fact of the matter is you have no content and you must, absolutely must, put my name in your title. How else will you get views? How else? You claim I'm this and that, I'm crazy, I'm this, but you sure are tuning in and you're stealing my content. Listen, there's one person who was blocked because she was so freaking disrespectful on this channel, and I'm not put up with that. And it's rare that I will block someone who has auto posting privileges. Extremely rare. I haven't done that in, I think, a year. Probably more than a year. But there were two people actually recently that got the boot. One, because during the midst of a disagreement, people were disagreeing about an issue. This person decides to go ham and start leveling all of these personal, unrelated attacks on one of the people who was debating. This is right here on our channel, right? What the hell is this? It was so out of character. People were shocked to see, because that doesn't happen here when people are debating and discussing an issue on this channel. They do not personally attack each other. And this person went ham. It was so disgusting. The person is booted. Then we have someone else who simply refused to listen to the fact that there are always more than one areas that will be highlighted in a video. Does that mean you then take this issue and run with it? And also, if it appears on another channel, does that mean you bring it to this channel and you take it and run with it to the fact that it disrupts the whole entire video focus? No, that's not allowed here, but the person continued to persist although the person was asked politely not to do that, and continued to pursue that angle. So when you do that, you get the heave ho. But to come into a live stream and totally change the subject and call people liars and the host doesn't want to do anything about it, forget it. This person insisted on coming back to this channel and disrespecting this space. We don't carry diseases from other live streams to this space. People, I understand, are feeling antsy because their normal mode of attack is not accessible. They were going on Stargate's channel. For some reason, her channel disappeared after Grown Man let it be known what's really going on with her. And that's their history. And then you have Castaway, who overhauled his channel. We know why he's doing that, because of the complaints that are pending. If you are so confident in what you stand for, you wouldn't be changing it up. You're changing it up because I made sure I took the steps I'm entitled to take within the confines of the law when my rights are violated. And I will do that. People can sit up here and make up any lie they want that I'm going after people because they disagree with me. Bullshit. The people who have been taken to task have engaged in egregious behaviors far beyond a disagreement. And if it wasn't of merit, why are they accepting my complaints? I've had other situations where people have done beyond describable atrocities right here on YouTube, and they were held accountable for that by the legal system. And we still have all of these comments made by people who are, again, they are AAS channel rejects. They have been blocked and they are extremely angry. If you look at all of these look at the live streams. Look at the live streams that are talking about AAS. And they want it so badly to impact me to the point I'll do what? I am not changing anything here on this channel. If we decide to discuss whoever we want to discuss, we will do that. What they don't seem to understand, and again, it's their problem, they don't know what we're doing with Umar offline. They're not privy to that. They're not insiders. Remember, you all know, 3 years before I came to YouTube, I was addressing Umar issues, and they still don't want to recognize the progress that we have made. I don't have to explain jack shit to these people, but I know one thing, they're not coming over here to invade our space and verbally abuse anyone. If they are so confident in what they're doing, they wouldn't even have to mention me. But they cannot stand it. They even hijack my phrases and they adopt them for their screen names. The person that was kicked off this channel, she went into one of the videos that I posted and completely hijacked a title and made it her screen name. They can't get enough. They don't have their own creativity, so they have to hijack what other people do. That's pretty pitiful. Pretty pitiful. But guess what? It's their problem. They're going to have to work it out without us, because I'm certainly not going to change what's going on over here because we're satisfied with that. We do not want these people here. If I was interested in these people, why would I block them? I have zero interest. If I wanted everybody over here, why are we so adamant about making sure people who are verbally abusive in other spaces don't come onto this channel? Because people don't want them here. If they've been off somewhere else degrading people on this channel, they're not welcome here. We're not losing out if verbal abusers don't grace this channel. We'll be just fine. Proof in the pudding. They can't help but put our names in their titles. Where is their content? Do your own Umar content. If you're so big and bad out there and you got it going on, do your own Umar content. You don't need anything. You don't have to wait around for anti-Afro Spengalis. Guess what? I'll post an Umar video when I get good and damn ready to post one. It will never be based on what anyone else says. because we are doing our work off YouTube with Umar. And when we want to post about it, we will. We will not go by the guidelines. We will not dance to the beat of a nasty snare drum of people who don't give a damn about any of us. That's the bottom line. And you know always what you get here, unlike you get in these other louse infected spaces, you get the truth. You do not have any rejects over here. We are all authentic supporters. Those other live streams are full of AAS channel rejects and failed AFWs. They didn't make the grade. And there they are, clamoring together in those nasty, slimy spaces, trying to talk shit about what we do over here. There was one recent creepy experience where all of these people that were in MaxV's Louse stream and Stargate's Louse stream, there was this live stream that came up and they all just went over there. It was so disgusting. It was overwhelming for the channel host. They were comment bombing and comment bombing, not being disrespectful, but the person doesn't know who these people are other than their reputation. There's no relationship with the channel host. They needed a place to go. That's what Louse do. They needed a place to congregate and to bloodsuck. And bloodsuck they did. They invaded this person's live stream, and it was very uncomfortable for that individual to have these people suddenly coming over there and just converging so clearly because they had nowhere else to go. And the person took down the live stream. It was bizarre if you looked and you saw the people that were there, and if you know anything about the person who had the live stream, it was off kilter. You see what they do? They come running to any and every space they think they can clamor to, and it just looks so weird. We will have none of that here because we spend our time making sure those names that appear on those screenshots that you send over are promptly blocked from this channel. We are not changing a thing. I will keep you updated on the complaint I have filed, and I also will make sure you know if there is a need. Filing a lawsuit against MaxV for his attempts to impede my civil rights and slander. I will let you know. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.